Murray in the headlines, police have swooped on addresses in 2 Auckland suburbs in their hunt for tribesman gang affiliate Murray Toleafo. Police say he fired at almost point-blank range at an Auckland constable earlier this morning. Police are also searching for Nadia Ball, who is believed to be the driver of the vehicle. The government's being accused of riding roughshod over the public's democratic rights. The Select Committee considering the legislation is due to report back on the bill next week, a month earlier than scheduled. Labour leader David Shearer told New Zealand's Rima the government has no wish to listen to the views of the public or the experts in their field.
By moving this forward and asking everybody to report back 5 weeks early, it's basically stopping or curtailing the amount of time that people have got to make submissions through the Select Committee process.
Pink, blue and purple balloons floated into Wellington's sky this afternoon as the week's triplets were farewelled. 2-year-old toddlers Lily, Jackson and Wilshire died in the Doha shopping mall fire in Qatar. Around 500 people gathered at the St Paul's Cathedral for the memorial. Paul Holmes is in an induced coma following open-heart surgery at Auckland Hospital earlier this week. Doctors say this can sometimes be expected after such an operation and gives his body more time to heal. The broadcaster remains in a serious but stable condition. Over $100 million in savings has to be found in the government's education budget. This follows the decision announced yesterday from the Education Minister not to proceed with planned changes to teacher class size ratios. NZEI President Ian Leckie told New Zealand's Rima the policy's priorities were flawed from the outset.
What is very obvious is that where you have new policy coming into place and you are relying on a profession to implement it, the more you work together in bringing policy and implementation into the same frame, then the more likely and more opportune the chance of success. Quite clearly, this policy was developed with money in mind, not with children in mind.
The inaugural symposium to improve the health of current and former prisoners and their whānau was held in Wellington today. Keynote speaker and director of Rethinking Crime and Punishment, Kim Workman, told New Zealand's Rima that a high number suffer from physical and mental illnesses and alcohol and substance abuse.
The evidence is pretty clear that being in prison often increases those health issues, especially things like depression, bipolar disorder, mental health issues. For some, drug and alcohol issues that are unattended can worsen, and of course we don't know how many people contract communicable disease while they're in prison.
Good news for motorists. The AA is hoping for further price cuts at the pump following today's 3 cents a litre drop. The watchdog says the imported costs of fuel is continuing to fall and it hopes that this will also be reflected on the forecourt. They're advising LPG users to shop around. And finally, new names in charge, but little has changed. The All Blacks have completed a fairly smooth first week training under the new coaching regime ahead of tomorrow's first test against Ireland in Auckland. Captain Richie McCaw says coach Stephen Hansen gives a lot of licence to the senior players, but not much is different.
How we go about when we train, what we do at training. He's got some slightly different ideas. Ian Foster's got some different ideas how we do stuff, and we've added them in. But a lot of the structures, it's been tried through a few years and refined.
Go the All Blacks. That's it from the Rima newsroom. Remember, you can catch our hourly headlines on Shine TV from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. from Monday to Friday. Mōrī ora.